gonna be okay. All my life been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Every root's gonna be okay, okay.
Came in the game, plain you see. Average man when the rest was ashamed to be. Nappy head and all, ain't no change in me. So rough it was, downright wrong. I tell you, nobody never gave us nothing. The tough time it made us something different. Stretch the road, new something to see. Every state on the map, a different something to eat. Taps and handshakes, it meant nothing for real. Everybody making the killing, man, showing no feelings. Walking off collective pay is the way of the world. Can't change it, so I guess I'm gonna pray for the world. Sometimes I ask myself, was I made for the world? I scream this to you, and I say to the world, nappy then, nappy now, nappy for a bit, knee deep, head over heels in this country.
All my life been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Nappy boys gonna be okay.
I've been here.
Oh, yeah. 96.1, Styling, Dragon in the afternoon. And you know it's Monday, Mini Persuasion Mondays. And we've got Stephanie from Mini Persuasions in the house. And man, was it an interesting weekend.
Sounds like it.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like I should have been down there.
I told you,
Oh,
man.
you should have came.
You missed some shit. You missed some shit. So that was the car show part. We leave the car show. We're doing like 90 down the highway, right? No shit.
Allegedly.
I don't think there was no allegedly about it. She can. I had a witness. She'll tell you.
Yeah.
And so there was some traffic, and I start to slow down. I just take my foot off the gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm slowing down, and we start hearing the roof go bang, 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 and I'm like, what the fuck is hitting the roof of my fucking car?
It was hitting the glass and the sunroof.
The sunroof, and it was banging the fuck out of it. It was loud as shit. And we're like, I'm sitting there thinking, did I hit something? Did something fall off a truck and get stuck to the roof of my car? And so we were doing about 90. It was about, 70 I'd slowed down to with the traffic. And this thing is beating my roof. And we slide the top back. We didn't open the sunroof. We slid the
cover back.
Yeah, the fucking headliner part back, right? And we're seeing this thing just beat the fuck out of the glass, and we're like, what is that? And so Steph was like, I think it's the seal that goes around the sunroof blew out. And I'm like, thank God I didn't wash my car, because now I'd be fucking leaking in my car. So we get down to Johnny Brock's, had to navigate through the fucking road, so we don't rip the front of the, rip the body kit off the car.
Yeah.
We literally parked in a ravine. Literally.
I could barely get out of the car.
Yeah. Yeah, I damn near had to help her get out of the car. She goes, I had to literally fall out of the car to get out because the way it's like a ravine.
Yeah.
So the first thing we want to know is what the fuck is beating the roof? The damn window trim on the top of the window just blew the fuck out.
Top of the windshield.
Oh, on the front windshield. Yeah, that's what I was wondering if it was.
Yep. And we're like, oh shit. Well, before I got the car, people, my buddy owned the car and he just had a new windshield put in it. Apparently they didn't put enough fucking silicone in. And this motherfucker just blew out after a couple years. So now I gotta get a costume. I gotta get clothing to go to Leslie's disco party. Steph's already got her outfit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I lucked out.
So, now I got this trim.
Well, I saw what you wore. I gotta see what you wore.
Well, we're gonna get into that. So now I got this trim issue. Now I got to go to a hardware store or somewhere and buy silicone or something to glue the motherfucker back on,
Oh, shit.
So I'm worried about my car, but I got to get my outfit, right? Now, we were already online Friday, And if you listeners were listening, I fucked up and waited to the last minute.
Duh.
So I go into Johnny Brock's.
But then I got to help him pick it out.
Yeah, pretty much she dressed me.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
So we walk in and I tell the girl, look, I got a disco party. I'm going to show you what we got to do. So she shows us and I go, I need an afro. I need a big one. She goes, we got you. She takes me over and she goes, these are the biggest afros we got. And they were all blonde.
I saw
No,
that.
some of them were brown, but
The big
black. But
the big ones were,
biggest one was blonde,
yeah. And you know,
almost white.
yeah, it's almost the color of my fucking hair anyway, right? So I'm like,
I know.
fuck it, whatever, right? So we go back over, and now we got to pick out pants and shirt, or they had that badass one that was there. And by the way, nobody at that party wore it.
Which one? The one we were talking about?
The creeper one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had it. They had it in my size too.
Damn.
Did they have it in your size?
Yep, they sure did. Well, my size is fucked up because I wear an extra large shirt, but my pants are like a 32, 33. So I think I would have been screwed if we went that route.
Yeah.
Right.
And so the one outfit that you could buy the top and the pants, the guy looked damn near like me.
Oh.
And she goes, well, if you wanted to know what you would look like, that's what you would look like. And I'm like, holy shit, you know? So I'm like, okay, so if I took the afro off, at least I know what I'd look like, right?
Right.
So we did find some white pants.
Yeah, you had the 70s bowling pants on.
Those weren't bowling.
Yeah.
Those were bell bottoms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old 70s bowling pants is what I call them.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll get into those pants in a minute.
But they were a little big on him.
Yeah,
They couldn't find the right size.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute, okay? Let's do one thing at a time, because that's a story in all its own when I got dressed.
Yes, it is.
So here we go. I'm like, you know what, Steph, just pick me out a shirt. There's tons of shirts. So we're looking and we're looking, and she goes, I like this one. I'm glad I did, because nobody had that shirt. Because some of the ones that I would have picked, I found the shirt I wanted, Jimmy. They had the shirt I wanted. It looked like a fucking disco ball, but they didn't have it my size, and it would have been too small.
Yeah, all they had was a size small.
Yeah, I was like, I ain't fitting in that motherfucker. So she
That's funny.
picks me out a shirt. We get the pants. We go back to the afro section, and there was a wig I kind of wanted to get. And it kind of, I could almost just fix my hair to look like that. But it was almost like this 80s Vanilla Ice look, right?
Yes, it was definitely an 80s Vanilla Ice look.
But Stephanie wasn't having it. She's like, no, you need an afro.
That's what I said too.
Yep.
So, and I was like, I don't want a fucking blonde afro, you know, but the girl said it's big. It's really big, you know? And I was like, whatever, right? So I get
But
this.
I'd have to wear if I went.
So I talked him into it.
Yeah, so she talks me into the blonde afro, right? So now I'm like, well, I need a gold chain. So go up to this girl and I was like, hello, what section is your fine gold chains in? You know, she takes us right back where we already were. We just didn't walk down far enough, and they have everything, right? So at this point now, we're looking at pricing, because I'm only going to wear this for a few hours, you know?
Right.
I don't need a couple $100 outfit, right?
Right.
But we found one that had flashing lights on it.
Disco
Oh,
lights.
shit.
So I get this fucking big ass gold chain, fucking big ass afro wig, pants and shirt, right? We go and we check out, and now I've done tuck. Now remember, we have an issue with the fucking trim on the car, right? So I've done tuck this motherfucker back in, right? As soon as we get back on the highway, it's beating the hell out of the roof.
Should just close it in the sunroof.
Well,
You know?
well, we
Yeah.
kind of thought about that, but You know, I didn't
I
want to.
didn't think about that. That would have actually been smart to do.
Well, I kind of thought about that, but I didn't want it to rip,
Right.
like tear it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm talking.
Yeah, but I think there was more of a chance of losing it.
Yeah, well, it was a 50-50 shot, right? So I'm talking to the car going, please don't fall off. I've been good to you. I've built you a big motor and all kinds of stuff. So Steph's like, I'm hungry. You know, and as a lot of people may know, you know, she has to take medicine for her narcolepsy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I'm like, whatever you want, Steph. So as typical girl fashion, what do you want to eat? Well, you know me, I can eat anywhere. I'm like, oh shit. We're getting into this.
Anything's good.
So
I'm really not a picky person.
yeah, she could find something to eat where we're going, but I'm thinking we got part of my car flapping in the wind. Literally people pulling beside us, giving us a thumbs up. I love that car, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, please don't look at the fucking trim hanging off of it.
The window trim's waving at them.
Yeah, that might be how I got their attention, you know?
But I wasn't going to make him drive any farther to get something. He's like, well, what's...
This is what our
what's
options
convenient,
are,
you know?
okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to go. We decide we want Arby's, okay? It's an Arby's day, right? You know, like on
Yep.
Seinfeld, you know, it feels like an Arby's night, you know? So we're going to eat a little something because we know there's food at the after party at Leslie's
Disco party.
disco party,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, this was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so...
Yeah.
Right.
So
You know,
so we go to fucking O'Reilly's, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy helping us, bless his heart, typical fucking O'Reilly's. He's like, how can I help you? And I was like, yeah, I've got some window trim that come loose. I got to get some silicone, or do you have window bond? And he's like, yeah. He goes back. He's looking at all this shit. And he starts showing it. He's trying to show me a can of spray adhesive for a headliner.
yeah.
That ain't gonna work.
And I'm like, that ain't going to work. So just give me some black RVT engine fucking, you know.
He didn't have any regular trim adhesive?
Fuck no, they didn't.
No.
So, and they had stuff in a caulk gun, and then I got to buy a caulk gun, which you know good goddamn well I got 20 of these motherfuckers in storage, right? Because
And they probably didn't even sell the caulk gun, so...
no, there was
Probably not.
there was one caulk gun sitting down there.
Was there?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, and it was $17.99. I was like, fuck, you can go to Harbor Freight and buy one of those motherfuckers for $2.
$3.
Yeah.
So anyway,
All a roll of duct tape covered that motherfucker up till you got home.
well, and the crazy thing, I was right down the street. Oh, this is the other thing. As we pull in, it's a monster ramp, and I'm going to drag the fuck out of the car. So we drug. But when we were leaving, you could just easily drive out. I was like, I will never pull in that driveway again. I'm going to pull down here, right?
Fuck yeah.
Fucking drag the fuck out of my body kit. So what's interesting is we get the shit. I tell them my company number, you know, so they can get a discount.
Okay.
Here comes one of the kids in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Works there, right? He knows me real well. Man, that Civic's looking good, man. Blah, 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 blah. Just talking my head off, right? He's a great kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's also one of them kids that go to the, what do you call them fucking things? The street takeovers. He's one of them kind of kids. But he's cool.
Yeah.
He's cool. This old man has no fucking clue on what we're talking about engine stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
He looks more lost than me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So now we get in the car. We find a better way to get out of the parking lot without fucking ripping the body kit off my car, right?
Oh, shit.
So then we go to Arby's. So when we go to Arby's, I'm like, do you know what you want? So she tells me. I've had to explain this fucking order to this woman through this drive-through like 3 times.
What did she get?
Nothing special. I'm gonna tell you, I remember. She got a cheddar.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Beef and cheddar.
Beef and cheddar.
Uh-huh.
I got a number 2 double with god damn it, potato cake and a Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I had to completely repeat this fucking order. I was about ready to fucking, do I need to come in and type it in for you? It's crazy.
No shit.
So we get our shit. We head back to the condo, right? I don't think anything else crazy happened except this thing beating my roof and me trying to talk to the car and please don't fall off. Please don't fall
Don't
off.
fuck the paint up. Please don't fall off.
So
And it wasn't beating the roof as bad because he wasn't going as fast. So
true. I was at cruising speed.
Right.
Of course, we got to cruise past Creve Park, so I went around. Oh, that's what I was talking about. I knew there was something happened on the way home. We're driving, and Maryland Heights has decided to make a Hot Wheel track with all these fucking cones, right? Do you remember this, Steph?
yes. Oh yeah.
You know my car sits about fucking 2 inches off the ground.
Yeah.
Right.
And am I right or wrong? Did Carrie call me? Or no, somebody was on the phone, or I was sending a text.
You talked to what was her name?
Oh, that's who I want to bring up. JD Lane.
Did you call?
JD Lane, yeah, when we were at fucking the drive-thru, I ended up talking to JD Lane on the phone.
Yeah.
And
I was talking to her the drive home.
yeah, and so, she was co-host on this show, okay?
Right.
So Jimmy's like, what'd this bitch have to say? She abandoned us.
Nah, I wouldn't say that, but yeah.
So she's like, well, I figured we were going to talk before too long, so I was just going to rip the Band-Aid off.
Right.
What are you up to? Like, nothing's going on. I'm like, girl, when the fuck are you ever going to start showing up to work? Well, I'm going through some shit, and
We all are.
I know you're
Back it up.
I know you're probably pissed because I've no show for several weeks. Oh, she goes, am I fired? I said, JD, at this point, we're not even going to fire you. We're just, she goes, I still want to come on the show. I bet you do. And I said, well, I got to talk to Jimmy about you coming back on the show. Well, I messaged Jimmy. I'm sure he'll be cool about it. So I told him what the fuck you said on the show one day. He said, Jimmy said, when I see you, girl, I'm going to spank your ass.
What'd she say?
She said, well, I could be willing. Is this panties down or panties up?
Holy shit.
I was like, so we were joking and laughing with her, and I was talking to her on the phone, and we're driving back to the condo. But, as many persuasion goes, we're going to cruise past the park, right?
Yeah.
Past the lake.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, there's this Hot Wheel track of cones. And I'm like, oh, that's cute. They built us a Hot Wheel track.
No, it's of course.
And in any Hot Wheel track, there's an obstacle.
Yes.
There is an 8-inch drop-off in the middle of the road.
Oh, fuck.
All it said was a bump.
It said bump. And of course, me and Steph's like, boom, boom, boom. Need to know I need to step. We're going to have to do a new, we got to put a system in my fucking Civic, okay?
Yes, we do.
So, of course, we see bump and we're just bobbing our heads until I seen the drop-off.
Then you're trying to lock it up.
No,
Oh,
no.
he slowed down.
I don't know how the fuck we didn't rip the body kit and destroy all the control arms on my fucking car.
Ooh.
I let off on the gas and immediately cut the wheel, snaked it, and then cut it back the other way. And somehow, some fucking mysterious way, it dropped in the ravine and come back up the ravine and didn't damage anything.
Yeah. It's kind of like it skipped over it.
I think we kind of hopped over it.
Yeah.
So were you just going too fast and jumped it?
Well, we were cruising pretty quick. And then after I got over it, I downshifted and just hammered it, right?
Right.
So it's like, wah, you know? Well, here's the interesting thing. As I'm doing that, I'm like, well, there's no more cones, but is there a section missing again? So I had to slow that motherfucker down,
shit.
you know? So, yeah, we got off the phone. I had to get off. That's how I had to get off the phone with her, because I was like, man, there's like 8 inches deep, people, almost a foot of a section of the road. They just forgot to cone off.
Damn it.
They just took it out.
Yep, and I must have jumped it. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, because my truck's higher than yours, and I can't go over something like that.
The only thing
Yeah.
is that I'm thinking is maybe I cut the wheel so hard, the front suspension, when it dropped off that ledge, it hit and pushed it up, and as the rear hit,
Over.
it's like it was like a video game.
Right.
I can't even make this shit up, people.
Kind of like skipping a rock over water, just kind of hit and came right back up. And
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, we get back to the house and we eat, and then Frosty.
then we go out and start working on the car.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's right. We were working on the car before we got dressed, because you know we're gonna get dirty. And so we
Right.
got towels out there, or paper towels and glass cleaner, and we got to clean out the channel. So I needed a razor blade and something. Oh no, I needed scissors to cut that fucking
Scissors and razor blade.
yeah, to cut that thing so we can start putting the silicone in. My phone's on the charger. I get back into the condo. I just told Stephanie, just hang loose here. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
I get back to the condo. My phone's ringing. It's Frosty from the club. Haven't talked to him in 30 fucking years.
Who was my best friend in the club. I mean, he was my go-to.
He was the guy on
Right.
her 21st birthday, if you guys were
It
listening,
drove me home.
and that she fell out the door and rolled down the hill
Yes.
in the traffic. So that's that Frosty.
No, not in the traffic, but like,
Well, there was traffic down at the bottom of the hill.
yeah, there was, because that would have been going, yeah, there was, but they stopped me before I got too far down.
Yeah, and Frosty's a big guy, you know what I'm saying? So, great guy. So he's on the phone. He called me, and we're talking about club stuff. I come back out, and we're working on the car. He's on speakerphone, and we're all trying to catch up with him, but we have to fix the car.
Right.
And we know this is going to take a while to set up, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We get it all glued back in. We come back in the condo. You know, of course,
We're still talking to him.
we're still talking to him.
Right.
So we have a meeting with him for a while about stuff with the club and stuff. And on that note, guys, we're going to go to commercial break, because when we come back, we're going to tell you guys what happened next and all the details of the party. So you're listening to 96.1 Stylin' Dragoning Afternoon, where we ain't afraid to shake our ass with the biggest afro on this side of East St. Louis. We'll be right back.